All right, part 3 says a customer at a store. We can cross this out. We're not going to have that on the test. We already know that. Well, I know that. So let's go to 23. Says linear parent function. Remember, parent function is f of x equals x. Is graphed on the grid. So this is x. Says which graph best represents h of x equals negative f of x plus 3. Hopefully you remember a little something about transformations. If not, you can always go to transformations in your notes. Negative means reflection. So that means instead of going up like the parent function, it's going to go down. And then plus 3 means it's going to go up 3. So that's what we're looking for. Notice how f is still going up, so that's not the answer. And I clearly forgot to run something because I can't even see the answer choices. Anyway, let's see. What should the answer be here? I'm missing something. Hold on, y'all. There it is. Okay, so this one is going down, and the parent function goes through the origin. This is also up 3. So this is the answer, G. G is the answer. I apologize for that, guys. All right, but we didn't do 21. I think my stuff is out of order. So let's do 21. Let's do 21. Okay, says which graph best represents the system? Remember, this is in not y equals, but we can put it in y equals. Remember, if we have standard form, that means we need y, so we can put it in a calculator. So put open parentheses here, minus 8x, close parentheses, divided by b. So we're going to do that for each one of these. Open parentheses, minus 8x, close parentheses, divided by negative 4. And then minus 3x, close parentheses, divided by 15. Plug this in. So go to y equals, and you have negative 16 minus 8x, close parentheses, divided by negative 4, and then negative 6 minus 3x, close parentheses, divided by 15. Press graph, and we're going to see which one it looks like. And I did clear my calculator, guys, so that it would show a regular graph. Notice how the intersection here is on the left side on the x-axis. This one's on the right side, so we know that's not it. This one's on the left side, and these, neither. So our answer is B here. Okay, it's B. So now we're going to go to number 24. 24. All right, it says the total distance in centimeters of a toy robot varies directly. Remember direct variation? If not, you can always look in your journal under that. That's not direct variation. Y equals kx is direct variation. All right, and it says that the toy robot moves a total distance of 264 centimeters in 11 seconds. So that's 264 centimeters in 11 seconds. It says, what is the time in seconds? So we want time when the total distance is 408. We can put this, guys, set this up in a proportion. And 264 times t is 264t. 11 times 408 is 4488. Divide by 264. And this becomes t equals 17, which is G. Right? That is G. If that didn't make any sense to you, go back to your journal at direct variation. We could just set this up as a proportion because we're using the information here to set up the information here and then solve by cross multiplication. All right. So when we look here, all right, at number 25, it says based on the scatter plot, which appears true. Here's our scatter plot, right? So there it is. And what's true? It says there's a nonlinear correlation where it clearly looks like a line, so that's not true. It says when the temperature is about 100, fewer than 150 are expected to go to the beach. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Temperature. This is about 100. What is expected? It's definitely above 150, right? Because it's up here. So no, that's not true. There is no correlation. Well, no, clearly it looks to be positive, right? There's an increase. So no, when the high temperature is 75 and 90, between 75 and 90, more visitors than 120 are expected. Well, 75, 90. What is the, yeah, it's about 150 or so. So this is it, D. Okay. All right, 29 says, which of the following is equivalent to 3x minus 4y equals 6? Notice how all these answer choices are in y equals form. Notice that this is actually in standard form. So that means we need to solve for our y. This is a literal equation. So if you want to go to that part of your notes, you can. And basically, we're going to kick out 3x first by doing the opposite, which is minus 3x, right? This cancels, and we have negative 4y equals negative 3x plus 6. And then the last thing we need to do, still want y by itself, kick out negative 4 by dividing by negative 4. This cancels, and we have y equals negative divided by negative is a positive, so this is 3 over 4x, and this is 6 over negative 4, negative 3 over 2. Okay, so our answer is J. Answer is J. All right, so let's keep going. Number 30 says, what is the equation that passes through negative 2, 7 and has a slope of 0? All right, we can do this a couple of ways. It tells us the slope is 0, and it gives us a point. That's our x1, y1. We could easily put this in our point slope form. Why not? So that would be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. We know our y1, m, and x1. We just need to substitute. So that's a y minus 7 equals 0 times x minus negative 2. Double negatives is just plus. 0 times that is 0, so y minus 7 equals 0. Add 7 to each side, and y is equal to 7, which is J. 31 is sequence. So if you go in your notes, arithmetic sequences is where you want to go. We're given A3, A4, A5. That means when we look at our lineup, right, this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, sixth term, and seventh term. So it told us 0, 6, 12, 18, 24. It says which equation can be used to find the nth term. That means we need to use the formula, the explicit formula, which says, I think it's D times n minus 1 plus A1. What does D stand for? The difference. A1 stands for the first term. If we know that we're increasing by 6 to go from one to the next, then we can subtract 6 to figure out what happened here. So that should be negative 6. Subtract 6 again, that was negative 12. So we're going to plug in here negative 12. And then here, n minus 1. And our D, or difference, is 6. And that's going to tell us our AN. All we got to do here is do some simplifying. So this becomes 6n minus 6 minus 12. These are like terms, so this would be 6n minus 18, which is C. So for 32, it says the height of a hot air balloon over time is shown in the following table, which is true. Let's see. So, I say plug it in your calculator so we can at least know some information. Whenever you see a table, pull out your calculator. That's my suggestion. All right, we put the minutes in L1, and we're going to put the height in L2. All right, stat calc 4. And we know our slope is 100 and our y-intercept is 0. So our equation is 100x plus 0. It says the hot air balloon is a constant height of 10 feet per minute. Is at a constant height? Maybe. The hot air balloon is traveling horizontally at a rate of 10 feet per minute. I don't know about that. It says the hot air balloon is rising, positive, at a rate of 100 feet per minute. Yeah, that's it. That is the one we want, guys. All right, now, I'm sorry that I keep going backwards. Now to 26. It says, what is the range, right, of this here? So we got to look at our lowest point and our highest point. Here's our lowest point. Here's our highest point. How do we know? Because it's range up and down, right? So the lowest is -3 and our highest is 4. Which one of these deals with that? -3 to 4? It's not this one. Not this one. And even though this goes from -3 to 4, we note that because there are lines, this is continuous, which means we're going to have inequalities, right? So the answer is G. All right, for 27, it says a customer pays an annual membership fee of $85 to the neighbor car wash. Each time he takes his car to the car wash, he pays $7. All of that. What does the variable x represent in the function? Well, it says each time he pays $7 each time, right? So what that means is that our x is representing time. So which one of these says that? The number of times the customer takes the... It's H. All right, it's H. A plane can carry a maximum of 160,000 pounds. A company uses one of these planes to ship 2,000-pound containers. The total cargo weight is a function, so weight is a function of the number of containers in the plane. What is the greatest value in the domain? It says a maximum weight of 160, right? Or 160,000, I'm sorry. So if we start talking about the domain, which is X, we need to divide this by 2,000 to figure that out. So that'll be 160 divided by 2,000, 80. The answer is 80. Yes, the answer is 80 here. All right, 36. Says, what is the value of X of the following system? All right, y'all, this is a system. It's in standard form. Whenever we have systems, we know we're plugging it in the calculator. So that means we need to solve and put it in y equals form. So we're going to have open parentheses minus 11x, close parentheses, divided by 12. Here again, 16 minus 14x, close parentheses, divided by 15. Plug it in your calculator, and it wants the value for x only, right? So go to your y equals, and let's plug it in open parentheses here. So that's 13 minus 11x divided by 12. Here, open parentheses, 16 minus 14x, close parentheses, divided by 15. And press your graph to see what's going on. It looks like I plugged in everything correctly. With that being said, since it's a line on top of itself, this is infinitely many solutions. So the x values are all real numbers. Did I do something incorrect? No, I don't think I did. It's giving me a different answer, so I will check back on that. All right, here it says we're given if A equals P plus PRT, which of the following expressions represents T? So this one, we got to solve for T. So we have A equals P plus PRT. We want T. There's our door. So we got to kick everything out except T. We got to start by kicking out this P right here. So we subtract P from each side, and we have A minus P equals PRT. Divide by PR. And we have T is equal to A minus P all over PR. But we could also write that as A over PR minus P over PR. And these P's cancel so that we're left with A over PR minus 1 over R. Which is, which answer here? It's this one. But also, look, this form is right here in A. So it's this one too. That's why it says select all that apply. 38, how many unique solutions are there to the system of equations below? Well, let's find out. Remember, these are in, they're not in y equals, but we can put them in that. So that's minus x, close parentheses, divided by 3. Here, plus 2x. Why? Because that's negative, so we change the sign. Divided by negative 6. And if we plug that in our calculator into our y equals, this is 7 minus x, close parentheses, divided by 3. Here it is 1 plus 2x, close parentheses, divided by negative 6, graph. And, what's happening? I'm going to zoom out to make sure of what's going on here. To make sure it looks parallel, but I want to make sure. So I'm going to zoom out just to see. And yeah, that looks pretty parallel. So what does that mean? There's no solution here. So when it says how many unique solutions, there are none. So it's 0, which is A. This is a word problem, but they give us the equation. Notice how A represents adult tickets and S represents student tickets. And it's asking how many adults. So we want basically A, or we're going to call it X. So we're going to solve for S, right? Because think of S as Y. And then we're going to do the same here. And then plug it in the calculator and see what X is. So go to your Y equals. And here we go. So that is 194.25 minus 3.75x, close parentheses, divided by 1.75. And then come here, 63 minus x, close parentheses, divided by 1. Press graph. Remember we said we're looking for x. That's what we're going to say is A. And there's something going on, but it looks like up here. So we're just going to zoom out. There we go. And press second, trace 5. Enter, enter, enter. And notice how the X here is 42. So that's how many adult tickets, 42. Okay.